Welcome back to Cee-C Update. In today's episode of Jhanak, Kanka's jealousy takes a dangerous turn as she plots to destroy Jhanak once and for all. But Destiny has other plans, from a deadly herbal drink to a hospital emergency, and shocking truths. These episodes will leave your heart racing. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and now let's dive right into the full story.
This episode begins with Jhanak slipping and crying out in pain. Pool rushes to help and asks Kanka to assist. But Kanka stays silent. Soon, Veer and Parasar's group arrive and carry Jhanak inside. Kanka believes that Janak's fall happened because the village deity doesn't want Anirudh's baby to be born there. Jhanak tells Pool that her stomach is hurting. Pool asks Veer to call Dema, but Kanka insists it's nothing serious. Still, Pool sends Veer anyway and tells Mangal to bring Parasar. Veer comes back saying Dema will arrive later. Parasar soon reaches and, after learning what happened, decides to bring Dema himself. Kanka questions why he's so concerned since the child isn't his, and again says it's a sign from the deity. Dema finally arrives, treats Jhanak with herbal medicine, and assures everyone that both Jhanak and the baby are safe. In another scene, Laal tells Anirudh that Apu just blinked, but Anirudh dismisses it as his imagination. He suggests they take Apu away, though Anjana refuses, saying Apu should stay. Anirudh comforts her gently, and later the men quietly take Apu with them. Meanwhile, Ambika tells Adrika she can't stay in Ishani's room anymore and sends her away with Arav. Ishani confronts Ambika, asking why she's being separated from her siblings. Ambika coldly orders her to stay inside and cruelly questions why she's even alive. She blames Abhijit for raising Ishani like a girl. Abhijit angrily says he'll go to court if he has to. Ambika insists Ishani must marry Jeet, claiming no one else will accept her. Ambika begins to suspect Ishani is hiding something. She hints that Jeet might have done something wrong. Otherwise, the news wouldn't publish such stories. Ishani is left shocked. Ambika accuses her of being selfish and demands to know what they'll do if she's pregnant. Ishani begs her to stop. Abhijit scolds Ambika for going too far, but Ambika insists Ishani should be sent away to protect Adrika and Arav. Overwhelmed, Ishani runs to her room and locks herself in. Abhijit tries to calm her down, but Ambika dismisses it as drama. Abhijit warns her that if anything happens to Ishani, he will never forgive her. Inside, Ishani cries, feeling hopeless and ashamed. Saying she wants to die, Abhijit urges her not to give up and promises to support her. Ishani finally opens the door, and they hug tightly. Ambika walks away, still cold and unmoved. Ishani tells Abhijit that she no longer feels brave and that her dream of becoming an IPS officer is destroyed. Abhijit gently tells her that every day brings a new beginning and that her truth will win someday. The next day, Mimi meets Anirudh, who says he wants to marry her but feels pressured by his family. Mimi replies that she doesn't want to marry under such circumstances. Elsewhere, Abhijit takes Ishani to college, but as soon as they arrive, reporters surround her. The principal asks Abhijit to take her back home. He defends Ishani and lashes out at the media for harassing her. Some parents demand she be expelled, and in the chaos, one of them even pushes her. Jhanak calls Ishani and learns everything. Ishani says she feels like a criminal and is being kept under house arrest. Jhanak encourages her to stay strong and invites her to come live with her. But Ishani refuses. Jhanak urges her not to give up. The next day, Mimi arrives in Similboni and instructs the officers to start the redevelopment work. She asks about Parasar. When Parasar hears about her visit, he asks Jhanak to talk to them. As Mimi arrives, Jhanak hides. Mimi listens to the villagers' problems. Kanka mentions that they don't have a school, and Mimi promises to come back. Jhanak feels proud seeing how much Mimi has matured. Parasar notices that Jhanak looks sad after seeing Mimi. Jhanak brushes it off, saying Mimi was kind to her and that she already knows her. She even calls out to Mimi, who turns around, smiles brightly and hugs Jhanak. Mimi asks if Jhanak lives there, and Parasar confirms it. Mimi assumes Jhanak is his wife. Jhanak gently tells her that if she continues helping the villagers, they will start seeing her like a goddess. Mimi agrees and walks away. Parasar then asks again why Jhanak seems upset. Jhanak finally admits that Mimi is Anirudh's sister. Parasar suggests she tell Mimi about her pregnancy, but Jhanak says she hasn't even told Anirudh yet, so it's not the right time. Elsewhere, Kanka visits Bua, who has prepared some herbal kata. Bua makes a dark comment, saying the drink could harm Jhanak and her unborn child. She can't believe Jhanak is carrying Anirudh's baby and says Parasar is blind to the truth. Bua insists that it's her duty to protect the village from divine punishment. Kanka agrees with her, and together, they head off to give the drink to Jhanak. Bua urges Jhanak to drink it, claiming it's good for her and the baby. Jhanak hesitates, but Bua insists. Pretending to be concerned, Kanka joins in. Encouraging her, Jhanak begins to feel uneasy when she notices them exchanging strange looks. She starts wondering if they have mixed something into the drink. Bua pressures her again, and Jhanak finally agrees to take it. As she drinks, Bua and Kanka share another secret glance, which makes Jhanak even more suspicious. Meanwhile, Ambika tells Abhijit that Ishani hasn't come out of her room. Abhijit complains that his coworkers keep asking about her, and he's tired of it. He asks Ambika what they should do, but she admits she's helpless and doesn't know how to give a normal life to Adrika and Arav. Abhijit reassures her, saying that time will heal everything. Soon, Adrika and Arav come in, asking for breakfast. Adrika mentions that her file is in Ishani's room, but the door is locked. Arav defends Ishani, saying she just needs space. Abhijit knocks on the door, asking Ishani to at least open it. Ambika thinks Ishani is angry at them. The whole family pleads with her to come out. Arav then climbs through the window and unlocks the door, only to find Ishani unconscious on the floor. Everyone is shocked. At Lalan's house, Bipasha arrives and says she heard about Apu. Aniruddha reminds her that she never visited when Apu was alive. Bipasha admits it and says she has changed. She came to pay her respects and tells Lalan she understands his pain. She calls Apu lucky to have had him and asks him not to grieve too much because Apu wouldn't want that. She encourages him to sing for her. Aniruddha confesses that she feels nothing but emptiness without Apu and only eats because Kajal cooks for her. Bipasha tells her to stay strong. She says she has faced the consequences of her past and learned her lesson. When Aniruddha asks her to reconnect with Laal, Bipasha says it's not possible anymore because they are legally separated. Before leaving, Bipasha says she only came to meet them. Lalan invites her to attend the puja the next day. She agrees, saying she wants to apologize to Apu. Kajal asks her to stay a little longer, saying they feel good around her. Bipasha replies that the Bose family might not feel comfortable if she stays. Kajal mentions that Laal visits in the evenings. Aniruddha asks her to keep visiting, and Bipasha walks away quietly. Back at Janak's house, she finally drinks the herbal kata. Bua and Kanka look pleased. Rani and Pool arrive, and Rani asks what Jhanak is drinking. Jhanak explains that Bua gave it to her, saying everyone else had it too. But Pool says she didn't drink anything. Suddenly, Jhanak starts coughing. Rani checks on Pool, thinking she might be unwell. While Kanka smirks, in the next moment, Jhanak collapses to the ground. Later, Jhanak confronts Bua, suspecting that she mixed something strange in the kata herbal tonic. Jhanak complains that it made her feel sick. Bua calmly replies, "You haven't even vomited yet," and insists that it was meant for Janak's good. When Rani offers to drink the kata, Bua quickly snatches it away, refusing to let her have any. Jhanak questions her logic if it's so safe. Why could Bua and Kanka drink it but not Rani? Rani tries to grab the pot but fails. Frustrated, she warns Bua that she'll tell Parasar everything about Janak's condition. Bua, with her usual arrogance, tells her to go ahead and walks away, while Kanka follows behind like a guilty sidekick. Moments later, Jhanak suddenly screams in pain, clutching her stomach and crying out in fear for her baby. Rani rushes to her side, trying to calm her. Jhanak gasps that Bua forced her to drink the kata. Rani immediately sends Pool to call Dema. Jhanak starts crying in pain, then faints in Rani's arms. Parasar soon arrives, horrified by what he sees. Pool explains everything to him. Bua acts innocent, saying she only gave Jhanak some kata. Parasar, panicking, wonders how to take Jhanak to the hospital since no vehicle is available. Pool angrily accuses Bua and Kanka of doing this out of hatred. Ronnie pleads with Parasar to do something quickly. Dema checks Jhanak and gravely says her pulse is very weak, she's been poisoned. Meanwhile, Bua whispers to Kanka that even Dema can't save her now. Kanka smirks and says Jhanak's game is over. In her unconscious state, Jhanak dreams of Anirudh. She runs to him, tearfully confessing her love and the pain of his harsh words. Hugging him from behind, she reveals that she is pregnant and whispers, "Your Jhanak is going to die." Suddenly, she sees Parasar nearby and gets startled. She tells Anirudh how kind Parasar has been to her. But Anirudh fades away. Then she imagines Urvashi, telling her how incomplete her life feels and that she would finally find peace with her. As she walks toward Urvashi, Anirudh disappears completely, leaving Jhanak heartbroken and lost. Elsewhere, Ishani's family is thrown into chaos when they find her unconscious. Adrika and Arav burst into tears. Abhijit blames Ambika, shouting at her and sarcastically congratulating her. Shaken, Ambika asks Adrika to bring her phone and calls the doctor, saying it looks like a suicide attempt. Arav cries out, accusing everyone of emotionally breaking Ishani, and begs her to wake up. Back at Jhanak's home, Dema warns Parasar that the poison is spreading fast and Jhanak must be taken to the hospital immediately. Furious, Parasar turns on Bua and Kanka, accusing them of trying to murder a pregnant woman. Kanka pretends to be innocent, but Parasar silences her with anger. Veer steps in to help Parasar carry Jhanak to the hospital. Outside, Ronnie tells the villagers to cut all ties with Bua and Kanka. Just then, Mimi arrives and tells Ronnie about her transfer. Ronnie breaks down and explains Jhanak's condition, leaving Mimi in tears. Meanwhile, Bipasha meets Laal on the street. He says he's visiting a friend. Bipasha teasingly asks about the girl she saw him with earlier. Laal brushes it off, saying she's just a college friend. Bipasha smiles and tells him to think about settling down. But Laal replies coldly that he no longer believes in love. At the hospital, Parasar desperately asks the nurse to call the doctor. Parasar panics when Jhanak doesn't receive treatment right away. Veer tries to calm him, saying there's no other place to take her. Parasar angrily demands that the staff take Jhanak inside immediately and complains that they are ignoring him because he's poor. He follows her to the emergency room but is told to wait outside. The doctor examines Jhanak while Parasar stands outside, crying and praying in his heart. He admits that he truly loves her and cannot live without her. Mimi searches for Anirudh to talk to him privately. Arshi questions her, but before the argument begins, Anjana and Bablu arrive. Mimi hugs Anjana and asks how she's been. Anjana says she feels lost, and Bablu adds that he misses Apu deeply. Arshi coldly tells them to move on for Moon's sake. Mimi is shocked by her harsh words, and Bablu says it's unfair not to be allowed to grieve. Anirudh arrives and Mimi tells him she went to Similboni and saw Jhanak. She explains that Jhanak is in a terrible state and might not survive. Arshi insists the doctors will take care of her, but Mimi reveals that Jhanak was poisoned. Anjana says Jhanak is like a daughter to her, and she can't bear to lose her like she lost Apu. Anirudh decides to go to Similboni. Arshi reminds him that Jhanak has a husband now, but Anirudh says he still has to go. Mimi adds that the villagers don't believe Jhanak will survive. Anirudh firmly says he's going and Arshi cannot stop him. Meanwhile, Laal talks to Bipasha and asks if she's facing financial problems. She admits she is but refuses his help out of guilt. He offers support and they end up having coffee together. They talk about Laal's friend Janvi, and Bipasha says she would make a perfect daughter-in-law. She teases Laal, saying love and friendship are almost the same. Before leaving, Bipasha tells Laal to take care of himself and move on. Laal is left emotional with tears in his eyes. Back at the hospital, Parasar learns that Jhanak is pregnant and that her baby might not survive. He begs the staff to save her life. They assure him the doctors are doing their best. Veer quietly hopes Jhanak stays with Parasar forever, while Parasar silently fears that might never happen. As Jhanak fights for her life, the truth about Kanka's poison begins to surface. But will she survive long enough to face her enemies? Or is this the end of her journey? Don't miss the next twist because things are about to get even more intense.